Hey guys, it's Teddy, back with another gameplay commentary. I lost die roll against Ace, which means I am going first, and man, I am terrified. Opening with a Searcher, a Nostro, a Mars, and 2 5 Elders, which means this is going away. In this matchup, I'm looking for definitely the Nostro and the Mars is quite nice, but having the 2 bricks there is just too risky early on, especially going first. The worst possible curve they could see is playing the Marco on 4, which I'm unable to pop on 5, and then playing the Rush Yamato on 6, which I would need to use my Nostro for on turn 7. Or on my 7 on turn, excuse me.
Alright, good luck, good luck.
Getting set up here. Managed to get 3 out of the 5 Elders, which is quite nice, so I'm not worried too much about searching everything down. I do get all of my searchers. Maybe I should have used my leader ability first, but in the case that I got the Charlia, I would have wanted something. Pitch the Warcury instead, draw another searcher, which will be quite nice. Garp coming down on the Ace's side. Now I need to respond to what is searched here and what is attached. You see the 6-drop Yamato come down. You hate to see it. That is the worst card for me in this matchup. But a double search comes down. I don't remember what you grab off of this. It's going to be a Jozu, so they're giving themselves options on their 6th on turn. I'm just going to go ahead and pitch my Saturn, luck into a Rad Beam here, and just swing 8 lead because there is no Dawn attached. So I'm trying to pressure life as best I can. I do have that barrier, which I'm testing this week. I did mention it in my Road to Regionals Volume 2. The issue is that on that 6th on turn, seeing the perfect curve, it will be pretty tough to defend without the plus 3k from the Equilibrium, which I've swapped out. Now, my opponent gives a 2k, 1k, which means they're only at 4 cards in hand.
Give you 2K? Alright. That's gonna be Marco pass. Sounds good. That is
just playing the Marco. I mean, that is expected. Again, perfect curve here. You don't end up having the Dawn attached, unfortunately. Fortunately for me, I am allowed to swing 8 lead, although I sequenced this wrong a little bit. What am I looking for in the case of not swinging first? I think I should always swing first. This is just a misplay.
Yeah. Let's go 6 lead.
6 lead coming down. I could just get one more card out of hand.
I'll give you 2K. 2K, pass.
Get a 2K out, so not too many 1Ks. No 5-cost Yamato, because I don't think that card will be super relevant on going second curve, especially after you've searched the Rush Yamato. I only have 1 Dawn open, which is what I was maybe thinking about. Looking at what I can counter with here, though, I will have to take 1 swing, and I don't have another 2k hand, which is really unfortunate.
Go ahead and take.
Just take it, end up getting the 2k, which is quite nice, so I can potentially give cards here. Rush Yamato comes down. I think I give the 2 and the 1 here, and then I'll be able to Rad Beam the next swing, but I really have to speed up setting up my trash so this barrier can get active.
On 7 now. We'll draw a turn.
End up drawing for turn here. It is a St. Charlos.
Tap stage and 3 Dawn.
Just play out the Nostro here because you're going to have to chase the Yamato. I don't really agree with swinging the Marco, although it did get you the extra Rad Beam. I only have 9 in trash is what I realize here, so play out the Charlos to mill a card, have 10 to make the Nostro live.
When attacking, I need 10 in trash. Oh, I see. So we'll go.
And just go ahead and swing. I think you just swing 5 at 5 to the Yamato, since I now have 10 in trash. And again, my opponent is fairly low on cards. If they let this Yamato go, they'll be able to... Let's see here. Just draw the card. I get the 1k Jozu out. 2 cards in hand? So you'd have to later ability the next one, and then you just let the brick go? I just don't think it's worth it. Just let the Yamato go, draw a card. Now if I want to hit face, I need to attach Dawn. I only have the barrier up.
6 at the Marco.
6 to Marco here, just to alleviate some pressure on the board that Marco is going to keep swinging. I don't really mind if they refill their hand at this point. I just get another 2K though, so that's, I think, the third 2K. This game's second Thatch, and then we got the Vanilla Ace. So not too bad in terms of keeping my opponent low on hand size here. Now, I do have 2 bricks and a barrier in hand going into my 9-Dawn turn, and they have the I Am Whitebeard event. They're not going to elect to take their own life to go to an 8K leader. I feel like at 3, it's low-key pretty free. And it makes it impossible for me to Rad Beam because you're going to go ahead and swing 10K somewhere. You can either clear my board or just try and set me to 2 life here.
8 lead. That's not great.
8 to lead, I can't Rad Beam. I mean, the Equilibrium wouldn't have mattered here either. Grab another Charlos off. I'm going to be able to cycle that Charlos because we block with this one, play out another. On 9 Dawn, and here I may have to consider trashing one of my characters on board. So maybe just get some hand size back, to be honest. I think that Mars is a little too late.
Let's use my... yeah, we'll use my leader ability here. Draw a card.
Yeah, just go ahead and pitch that. Get another Nustro, which is kind of cool. I'll take another Nustro. I guess either way I would have set up a blocker. It's just that the Charlos would have been able to have been removed. I'm swinging 6 into 4 just to guarantee the kill or the block from the Newgate. Draw 3 is fine. My opponent has... Is that 6 cards in hand now? It's 5 or 6 cards. I'm going 6 lead, and there's no way that the Newgate is really threatened, especially because my bodies are 5K. See a Red Rock come down, so that kind of tells me that there isn't much going on. Blocking with the Newgate here, tapping stage in 3 Dawn for the Nostro. And I think I can't really leave Dawn up for a counter here, which is a pretty big risk. What am I cooking here? I think I'm trying to pressure just... My opponent has yet to take a life. This ace is still at 3 life on turn 4, going into their turn 5. So they just must have the nastiest 10-drop Whitebeard chain ever. On my end, I think no matter what, I'm dropping the Charlos and then just trying to defend my life. I don't want to go down to 1. If another Newgate comes down, I think I am cooked. We mill a Charlia. Thankfully, it is nothing terribly important. You would hate to see another counter event or something, but as you can see, I only have 1 Rad Beam in trash. And I have 1 barrier in hand that isn't even usable this turn. Four cards in my opponent's hand. Doing a little bit of hand reading here just based off of the play style. They don't immediately tap 10 Dawn. So in my mind, they don't have another blocker. So what I can expect is maybe an Otama. I can maybe expect a 5-cost Yamato to draw more cards. Anything to cycle. Because it doesn't seem like they have another Newgate to play. Which is great for me. Thinking of what options there are here. If another Rush Yamato comes down, that does kill me. Because my opponent would be able to swing 7, 12 if they want to swing. Again, they have 3 life. They're so healthy right now. Thinking about a 6k lead coming down makes you think, okay, we don't have the rush Yamato. Potentially 5 Don getting tapped. They do have the 5 cost Yamato.
Sure.
Attaching 1 Don to the leader, which means their leader ability will be live. Drawing 2 cards because why not? And then we have 5 more Don here. You can maybe tap 4 for a Marco is kind of what I'm expecting at this point. My opponent's going to attach 1 more Don to the ace. 8 at Nustro here. So I'm thinking about blocking with Charlos, but I do just decide to let it go. I think I do regret it earlier on, but I think the immediate thought, and the Marco does come down, the immediate thought of not blocking with a Charlos is that if that Newgate just goes 12k face, I'm sitting at 1 life, and I'm not going to be able to clear that Newgate. So my opponent can have the Nustro here. You guys tell me if that is a misplay or not. I honestly think I would do it again if we were to repeat it. I think I do say that I regret it earlier.
6 to lead.
Poking 6s.
I will take it. Okay.
Leader ability, the Mars away, or the
6 again.
St. Charlos away, and then use the Mars for the 5 Elders ability. Sorry, I was just looking at what my opponent was countering with.
14.
See another 1k come down.
Ability, trash the Charlos. It's kind of a waste.
Yeah, I did say what a waste. I don't know. I think the game state is very complex there, and there wasn't quite a correct answer. I wonder if 12k would have been killer if I were to go down to 1 life that turn.
And 3 Dawn for the 5 Elders. Rest 1 more.
I'm going to kind of talk in what ifs to understand this context here. And I pitched the Mars mostly to get the Demon Pack out, and I also know that I will be pitching another card for the Mars skill, so unless I pick up something really, really awful, and I'm hoping to get a Rad Beam because I think I've only seen 1 so far. There it is. That Charlia is also going to trash, so just an ordering for a bit of bling. There's not too much more thought behind it. And then thinking about popping the Marco or the Yamato, I feel like the Yamato you kind of just autopilot and swing with it, whereas the Marco you want to maybe consider blocking with it, which is why I choose to pop the Yamato. Again, I don't know if that's correct. I feel like that's correct in my mind, and if I were to make the same decision watching this back, I would have gone with the Yamato again. But we'll see. Going 8 lead now, asking for 2 cards. I think my opponent showed 5 in hand, so I can really start pressuring here. And I do have my leader swing. My leader's still 5. I should have somewhere that looks like 15 in trash, something like it.
Your leader's 5 right now? Leader is 5.
And I do say leader is 5 there, just confirming with my opponent. 5 cards starting to ask for 2. You can honestly block here. This is a free block at 8k because I would have to commit all my Dawn to swing with Emu.
6 lead.
6 lead is going to be... That one has to be a free block, no?
Okay, I'll pass.
Okay, Roger comes out. Maybe that was a misplay. I think that was a free block from my opponent with the Newgate. So would not have had to get rid of the Roger. Would have had 1 extra card in hand. It is a brick, however.
2 blockers and a dream.
Just important to keep track of. So my opponent has, I think that's 6 cards in hand now. And now, am I worried at 1 life? Again, going back to that hypothetical, if I just took the 12k swing.
Okay.
Doesn't choose to take the life.
Okay.
Crash 1, so they should still have 6 in hand, getting the rested Dawn.
Okay.
Here. So now the Marco is an autopilot swing. Well, is it? I think you want 3 blockers up for this upcoming turn. And maybe try and clear the board. 2 Dawn Up and 2 events in a dream.
Tap 1, all right.
We'll go 8. Just give them the rad beam.
How many cards in hand?
I have 5.
5
Another
cards.
8.
I'll tap 1 and barrier.
Nice barrier.
Plus 4.
Never be mad about that.
Yeah, and my opponent Scott is the one that put me on a barrier, so shout out to Scott here.
All right.
Has since turned to the ace. And I choose not to block and just use my counter events because I feel like I'm dead next turn and I want as many bodies as I can out on the board.
Smart? Not really.
If my opponent targeted the Nistro, I would probably give maybe the Warcury
Not a lot.
and 1 counter event. I do think my life is more important, but again, having those swings is going to be so crucial going into this turn. So my opponent has 4 cards in hand, 3 blockers, 1 life. So they'll essentially have 6 cards in hand.
Sure.
8 to lead.
Yep.
Once they take the life, that is. Right now they only have 4. They could just counter out. And I guess in that scenario, I'm not terribly scared of going down to 1 life because I'm dead either way.
Okay.
2 is as good as 1 for me here. My opponent does go up to 6 cards in hand.
Okay. 3 blocks. Go 2 and 1.
Now, what can win me the game here?
Leader ability, the Nostro.
Going to leader ability to try and fish for a Nostro. Unfortunately, it is another 2K, which I think Roger will just absolutely cook me.
Let's go 8 again.
Poking 8 here. I will have to spend the extra Dawn for the 5 Elders instead to play out another Nostro if I can survive. Get a block with 6 cards in hand. I have 4 swings on the board, plus another Nostro potentially. So I still am in a position to get all of the cards out of my opponent's hand. Well, no, they have 2 blockers. On 8? They're swinging 8? Sorry, it's a little quiet here because I'm also trying to think through the game. This is one of the most intense games that I've played, and I really hope that you guys can learn something out of this match.
What do I do? Do you have the rock?
Seeing 2 2Ks comes down. So that's 1, 2,
I do have a lot of swings, and you do have a lot of cards.
3,
You
4,
do for Roger, you got
5.
me so scared
That's
about
5 2Ks. That's not
Play mind games.
a little amount of
Yeah,
2Ks.
you are, man. What the?
But I also am not seeing they're over countering, right? In my mind, I'm seeing them counter to 10K when they only need to counter up to 9.
Let's go.
So I think about
8 lead.
laddering up a little more to pressure some more cards out of their hand. But since they're already giving me 2 2Ks, then I may as well just ask for 2 more. They should be back to 4 in hand, if I remember correctly. They went up to 6, taking the life, drawing for leader ability. And then they gave me 2 cards. Yep, so that's 4. And I think I'm counting my leader is still 5 at this point. I have 18 in trash from my understanding, and I've already used leader ability. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to commit Dawn if I want this Emu to swing. And again, my opponent just thinking about it, so I genuinely think that they have super mega giga bricks.
I'll block.
Utah?
Ends up blocking, still 4 cards in hand.
Dude, you have no idea how badly you're making me want to split my Dawn here.
And I don't know if you heard, but I'm just totally thinking about splitting Dawn here because there are only 2 swings. I could go even bigger here, but instead I just go
Yep.
8 to leader. What could I have done instead? I could have gone like 9-9, and I just don't think that's super worth it. If they truly do only have 2Ks, it's so cooked.
This for leader ability.
Okay.
And 2K.
So leader ability is used plus a 2K, 2 cards in hand. Again, it is another over counter.
Use leader ability, right?
Yes.
So I feel like I'm safe to send it. We're going to go ahead and play out the 5 Elders here. rest one more Dawn, and trash the Moskar to play out the Nustro. And if you recall, I said I had 18 in trash. I pull one out. I pull the Nustro back out, making it 17, and then I put the Mossguard and the 5 Elders in trash, makes it 19.
Bro.
Teddy does not know this yet. Grab the event,
I think it might be over on this turn.
but it doesn't matter. One of us is dying this turn.
That's a brick. I need to be swinging.
And again, because my opponent pitched the Roger,
Enough. Do I have to pop a card?
the extra counter wouldn't have mattered, but the hand read makes it really awkward because I don't know that they have the guaranteed Roger. I don't think I have another play otherwise. So I think it's reasonable. And this is when I realize I have 19 in trash. I swing 6 lead.
Yeah, you got it.
And what do they have? It's 2 bricks. It's a Roger and a Yamato. So super close game. I think a couple of misplays questionably on our end. The Newgate could have blocked for free. So you would have had 1 extra card in hand, not given me the info that was a Roger. I don't know how that would have affected my play, to be honest, but it could have been fairly big. Blocking with the Charlos, I mean, I just used the information that I had. I don't think I would change that. I still think it's optimal to prevent extra life from being taken. Because if you think about it, every life that I have is an extra 12k that I ask my opponent to have on the board to swing with. And that's also 1 less blocker for them to poke with, to defend with, excuse me. They're poking with the 12k. So I think just trying my best to stay at 2 because there's no way I was surviving at 3, then that's fine. I don't know. I think this matchup is super interesting going first. I know people say it's kind of Jover if they just see their perfect curve, and I mean, you saw that the ace won't have that many cards in hand if they do. I mean, maybe the biggest misplay of the match was leaving or letting the Marco swing on the 6 on turn instead of leaving it up to defend the Yamato, blocking with it, drawing 3 cards, and then maybe being able to defend the Yamato because the Yamato is just so strong. You can also just leave the Yamato standing. Oh my god. Okay, I'm talking a little too much about this matchup for this video, but I do really think there's a lot to think about in terms of the optimal lines, and they're not very obvious. So I don't blame anyone for missing them. I think it's just honestly very, very difficult. So I hope you guys learned something. I'm going to sign off. Well, maybe I'll record that Bonnie game. This has got me thinking a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.